Welcome to this next video of my Closet 2.0 series. At this point, I've built and installed a level base and attached the cabinets to the base and to each other. I've also got them secured to either side of the walls. Now that they're installed, it's time to get them primed. I sanded and vacuumed everything, and I added some 12-inch paper around the perimeter of the cabinets. And hopefully that'll prevent any overspray from hitting my freshly painted walls. And I probably should have waited to paint the walls until I got the cabinets installed, but that ship has sailed. So I'm spraying the Stix bonding primer with my Graco TC Pro. Now this is the same thing as the Graco Ultra. The TC Pro is just the Home Depot branded version of the Ultra. I'm using an FFLP 310 spray tip, which will give me a 6-inch pattern. Fan pattern. And what Graco does with their numbering system on these spray tips is it's a 3-digit number. The first digit, when you multiply by 2, will give you the fan pattern size in inches. So 310 will give you a 6-inch fan pattern size. And the second 2 digits are the orifice size, which is the opening that the paint's coming out, and in thousandths of an inch. So I find that the 10 is good for Stix primer. I don't have to thin it, and it does a good job coming out. I can also keep, with these FFLP spray tips, I can keep the speed on the motor down to around 4 on this Graco TC Pro. Setting up the spray tip on the Graco TC Pro or the Ultra is easy. When you order one of these RAC-X FFLP spray tips or any of the other ones I've ever bought, you get 3 parts. You don't get that, but you're going to get the spray tip, you get the seal, and this is another part of a seal for a different gun. You don't need this for the Graco TC Pro or the Ultra. The spray tip itself is going to drop in the top. You can see there's a square on the side of this housing. That just drops into the top like that. And then you can move it forward to spray or backward to clean a clog. And the seal will go inside of the guard also in the back, and the easiest way to put it in is to just take the seal and connect it to the bottom of the spray tip. And what you want is that crescent to line up with the crescent, or the round part of the actual spray tip, because it's going to go into the guard and then it's going to align with the spray tip and seal the spray tip. So you're going to want that crescent to be forward like this. And you just push it in, and then a little twist like that, and it's in there. And you'll know it's in right if, when you go to drop your spray tip in, it drops right in. Now make sure that that doesn't come out. Make sure it's fully seated in there. You want to make sure that seal is seated very well, and then you're ready to spray or clear. And that's really all there is to it. Now, to take it out when you're ready to clean, you can see the seal is in there, and all you do is you take the spray tip and push it in. Now this doesn't have to be crazy tight. If you are getting a little bit of paint or material coming out, you can just tighten it up a little bit, but hand tight should be good. It's got a gasket in it, so. Now I hope you find something useful in the video, and you'll like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And if you're interested in spraying cabinet coat, this stuff, with a Fuji Semi-Pro 2 sprayer, you're going to want to stay tuned, because that's what I'm going to do next after the primer. And I've never used the cabinet coat before. What I'm hoping for is to get a similar finish to the Advance, but with a faster dry time. We'll find out. Now let's get to the primer, and don't forget your respirator. good enough.
Going with 4.
So I got the first coat done. I could have definitely done a better job. The paint and the Graco TC Pro were good. I had a hard time maintaining 10 to 12 inches away from the surface and keeping the gun perpendicular to the surface. One of the issues that I do have with the Graco TC Pro, I like the gun, but it is hard when you're getting inside of surfaces, especially with a deep cabinet like this, to keep it perpendicular to the surface, especially when you're going upside down and into corners. You have the paint and the pump right there in the gun, so it's no small achievement to get it just right. One of the things I meant to mention yesterday, but I forgot, is Graco has 2 different inlet filters. These sit right in the inside of your cup, and the black one is what you want to use for primers, for latex, for thicker materials. This is about a 250 micron filtration through this one. The blue one is what you're going to want to use for poly, stains, thinner materials. This is about 150 micron filtration. You don't want to use this one when you're spraying Stix or Advance or any type of latex type material, because it will start to spray and then it'll get clogged. This too much, that is too small of a filter to push that material through. I wanted to mention that because I've put these on before and I've forgotten, and you want to make sure that you use inlet filter and use the right one. The other thing is, when you're spraying inside of a large cavity like this, there's a lot of kickback from the pressure of the air, the paint coming out. It's coming right back at you, and you can see on my mask. I think you can see that. All of the paint that gets blown back at you. So you definitely need to wear something to protect your face. And if you care about your hair, you're going to want to have something over that too, because it's going to get everywhere. One of the things I really like about this 3M mask is that it has these replaceable filters. So I'm just going to take that off, get rid of it. I have a whole new pack of new ones. And they just have a little bit of tape on either side to affix it to the mask. These things are a lifesaver. Now before I put the second coat of primer on, I'm going to go ahead and scuff sand everything with these 3M sanding pads. This is a fine, one of the fine versions. And these things work really well to remove any of the overspray that you might have gotten on, anything that's in the paint or the primer, and you just want to smooth out the surface. You can pretty quickly go over everything with these things. They're also really good for bending and getting in corners. If you want to get your edges, they do a great job. So I'm finishing up with these, and then I'll be ready for the second coat.
Well, that'll wrap up this video getting my cabinets ready for painting. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for spraying the cabinet coat with my Fuji Semi-Pro 2 coming up next. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and use the affiliate links listed in the comments. They don't cost you anything, and they help me out. I'll see you soon.